Welcome everybody to Chaos Coffee, the show where I have my morning coffee and then we talk about Chaos Zero Nightmare.
Chaos Coffee, grab those jars. Oh, by Jingle, feel the tug. Double D thunder, bounce in the fight. Chaos Coffee, cream of love.
Well met peeps. Now if you're a fan of the channel and you watch my other content from primarily Sunless Zone Zero, you probably know this formula. I have a cup of coffee and we just kind of chit chat a little bit about the game. So view it kind of as a little, a slice of a podcast. I aim to make this like the perfect video for you yourself to like watch on your coffee break. So just like basically all my other content, these are unscripted, but I still like try to like have a focus on each episode. So for number one, let's do kind of a smackdown on the game, like the status of the game, like how's the game doing. As of time of recording, it is the 5th of January, we've just entered into the new year, and Chaos Zero Nightmare has been out for a fair time now. Now, my history with Chaos Zero Nightmare is that I knew that the game was coming, I got invited to the playtest, then I found out, it's only available for like US and I think Canadian citizens. Tough luck. But then it released, then I played it, and I was like, hot fucking damn. One of the big selling points was Ray. Spoiler alert if you're not done with the tutorial. She basically dies in like the first 2 minutes. Then I was like, whoa, okay, holy shit, I like this. I like Attack on Titan. Not sure if you noticed, but I'm sitting on an Attack on Titan chair. I like my stories dark, grim, depressing. That's why I like Berserk, that's why I like Silent Hill. So the story and setting was right up my alley. I like horror games. And I also love Darkest Dungeon, Slay the Spire, and I felt like this was like and I also like, Oppice. So I felt like this was like the perfect game that just encapsulated all of it. I had such a blast like the first week. I'm still having such a blast. But like I was hooked on this game. It was a problem because I had other projects that I needed to like get done. But quite frankly, I could not like stop playing Chaos Zero Nightmare. Then I think about a week or two in, like we got a bunch of like apology, like there was like an emergency live stream for the devs, and I think that they were one apology away from like just doing like a live seppuku just to show how sorry they were for a disastrous launch, and I hadn't really noticed anything of that. I was like, huh? Like what's this about? Then I started digging in, and a big part of the controversy, and one of the reasons they're remaking the entire story, is that apparently Owen is banging all of the chicks, and not us. So they're gonna rework that, so instead of Owen banging all the chicks, I guess we're gonna be banging all the chicks. It was wild because the game was so incredibly fun, so I'm like, alright, like this is not a good look. But then we've had a lot of changes and we had the roadmaps, like a lot of good things are coming. Now, one of the things that they changed kinda quickly, which I'm super happy about, is that it's now like less expensive to level up characters. I used to have such a massive shortage of units. They reduced the amount that we need and they gave back like an excess we spent. So now instead I'm rolling in it, which is great. I also do believe that they've said that they're gonna reduce like the overall potential materials needed as well, which I think would be good. Like once you hit max level, like now the bar from say that you want to use, let's take someone I haven't leveled. Let's take my level 20 Beryl. The entry level for like me being able to like go from level 20 to usable in any content I do is such a massive investment, like when it comes to resources, that like I would never ever be able to do it. Which sadly leaves a lot of like really good characters like left in the dirt, and like they just stay level 10 or level 20 just to get like that one pull. But if the bar was significantly lower, then I could build out my Nia, I could build out my Lucas, like just to try it. But it's like just now it's such a stretch of resources that like it's not really worth it. So I think we come kind of halfway. We need to go a little bit further in order to like have a good economy. And that is one thing I will say, like I'm not sure how tested the actual economy was when it comes to resources, because it's been so ludicrously goddamn expensive. And a proof of that is obviously like just how much they had to dial it back in order for it to make sense. Here comes something I want to give the team massive credits for. the characters that they put out, they are really, really fucking fun. They're really fun and they're really unique. And the thing I like is that the new characters that they put out, they synergize extremely well with old characters. Take Cassius for example. I always feel like he's been kinda slept on or like underrated compared to a lot of other controllers. But then when we start to like getting, well, basically any of the limited cast, like he's been the absolute GOAT. Like he's the GOAT for Yuki, he's the GOAT for Chizuru, and he's kinda the GOAT for Serenial as well. And I love like just how unique every single event banner character has felt, and you know, to be fair, also the original, what should we call them, standard banner cast, like they play so vastly different from one another. So in terms of the characters that we've gotten, I'm very, very pleasantly surprised, and I think that like they're all incredibly fun to play in like their own right. I feel like Yuki gets more shit than Yuki deserves. She's actually goated in any sort of AoE content. She is not the single target boss killer, but anytime there's like a bunch of enemies, she's the GOAT. After that, we had Chizuru and we have Serenial, and like both of these characters are like ridiculously strong. Ridiculously strong. And you know, Chizuru is so strong that they had to like tailor make the new boss, like in order to like hard block her from being able to like just one-shot it. Which going forward is probably something that we are gonna see a lot. They made Chizuru kinda too strong, so I think we're gonna see more bosses that have like a big defense that comes in after you hit the enemy X amount of times with one attack. Upcoming, we have some really, really cool characters. And the next one coming out is, what's her name? Naira? I think Naira. She looks so freaking amazingly goddamn cool. I think out of like all of the limited ones, she might be the one that I've been like having my eyes on the most. She looks incredibly cool. So agent wise, I think that they're doing a fantastic job. Keep trucking, team. One thing I will say, like this background. Now I play Chaos Zero Nightmare, I play Zone Zero, I've played Nikki God's Victory. So like, you know, I'm not opposed to fan service. And I think that this is great. This one is classic, it's beautiful. You probably know which one I'm gonna change to now. I have a very high bar. But this is too much. This is just too fucking much. In my honest opinion. I'm sure there are people that love it. Like for me, this is too much. And like I just find this much more aesthetically pleasing. But like both Chizuru and Yuki, but like each to their own, I just find Serenials to be a little bit too much. Now the event that came with this patch, I also think it's great. Like we can get some absolutely insane rewards. We can even like get a copy of a character to like level up their ego. Absolutely amazing. If future events are also gonna be that generous, I think that's very good. That's very player friendly. The new Chaos, the Laboratory Zero, is super fun. There are some interesting events, and I just like the structure of it, and like I cannot wait to like see the next one that we do get. The fact that almost all limited characters gets added into like the standard pool, I think it's great as well. Among like the top dog gachas, I would probably say that's my biggest gripe with them. That losing a 50-50, it sucks. Because the consolation prize is shit. You either get like most likely the most broken character in the game, or you get useless shit. That's what happens when you don't like have a stream of limited characters going into the standard banner characters. Like going into the standard banner pool, sadly. Another thing that's fucking fantastic is the fact that there is no 75-25 bullshit on the partner banner, and maybe even important, or another good thing, I'm not sure how it ranks in importance, but another great fucking thing is that we can also like, if you don't want to put it for the partners, well, you can be good and save up these months and just buy the partners straight out, and then additionally also like buy their ego. So I think that this is a great system. Overall, I feel like Chaos Zero Nightmare is doing fantastic and like it's heading into a good direction. Some gripes I do have is that it's still super expensive resource-wise to level up any of these characters, which is kind of like a general gacha problem, but I do think that they still need to like adjust the cost. When it comes to the lost fragments, I do feel like we need like more sets and we need them quick. like because there's a lot of characters, a lot of the supports, they don't have a single set that like makes sense. And instead of having a designated set, you know, you end up going a lot of 2 pieces, although I think that the next character coming out is gonna be a controller, so perhaps we finally like get a proper like 4-piece support set. We'll see. Another gripe I would have that I also know that they are gonna be fixing is like make the save data farming and like constructing with save data, like make that less frustrating. And we're getting more stuff like that. We're getting vouchers like help us fiddle with it, which is gonna be great. Like less stuff left up to RNG, the better. I love the gameplay loop of this game, but you know, doing the same chaos run 20 times to try to get a decent raid deck, and once you get that raid deck, or like once you have the template for it, and then you get out of the chaos, half of it didn't save, it's not a great feeling. So anything to like alleviate that, I think is gonna be fantastic. And that is coming. They showed us in the roadmap that it is coming. And I think some of the things I'm looking forward to the most is like more sort of playstyles. Like right now the end game is, you know, just farming chaos basically to get a good enough save data for your characters so you can like do the basing, do the event stuff. But like more end game stuff is coming, and I think that's gonna be great. So everybody, this one made to be short and sweet. Let me know your thoughts down below. What are some things that you are appreciating with the game? And what do you consider to like be rough edges that you hope that they will polish out? I will also say that the devs seem to be really good at listening. So like if you have like feedback to give feedback. Everybody, best of luck in the chaos. Have a big hug. And until next time, Hako out.
Chaos